They say the void hungers. Let's start off with a bit of nibbling. Get nice and close. Whispers are kinda my thing. There's a void in my heart. Have you come to fill it? Who needs the light? It's so much more fun in the dark. You cannot avoid my charms. The void isn't the only thing that's insatiable. No, we do not drink blood. That's the San Lane. Totally different emo elf. First was high, then blood, and now void. Get the order right. Oh, who does my hair? You might have heard of my stylist. It's called The Void. Gloomy? I'm not gloomy. I just dress that way, and talk that way, and act that way. You think you have a dark side? Elf, please. Well, yes, technically the Void does want to consume the entire cosmos, but I'll settle for a smaller bite. For now. No matter how much you plead, I will not sprout tentacles or turn into a giant eyeball. Well, I might. But not because you asked.
What am I into? Let's just say some of my proclivities can run a bit dark. I do my best work in the shadows. Allow me to demonstrate. The Void has taught me many secrets. Some of them can be most satisfying. As a rule, I don't sprout tentacles, but in your case, I'll make an exception. When studying shadow magic, one learns to be flexible. Very flexible. You sate my hunger, and I'll sate yours. I know what you're thinking. Oh, goody, another elf. Well, I bet you weren't expecting a void elf. Now were you? If you're looking for tall, dark, and brooding, that's me. Well, dark and brooding, at least. Say what you will about the tenets of the Void. At least it's an ethos. Would you believe purple has always been my favorite color, even before I went Void, I mean. Illyria is my favorite Windrunner sister. Edgier than Verisa, but slightly less homicidal than the dead one. The fact that I wield void energies doesn't mean I plan to consume everything I see. After all, I have a figure to maintain. Old gods? I mean, really? Some have mouths for eyes, others have eyes for mouths. Talk about a hot mess.
You must be descended from the Naru, 'cause you've got a heavenly body. Let's go back to my ship and, twist our nethers. When in doubt, touch anything that glows. You know the way to a woman's heart? Hoof rubs. Trust me on this one, darling. My turn-ons include my eyes, my tattoos, my armor. I mean, what doesn't turn on? I may be forged in the light, but I know how to have fun in the dark. No, I do not have a glowing stamp above my tail. Have you met my dog? His name is Barking on Pappos. Toes are overrated. Hooves make pedicures go so much faster. I don't recommend walking barehoof on a Vindicar. We keep finding tiny shards of crystal that didn't get swept up. We haven't crashed the Vindicar yet, but given our track record, it's only a matter of time. One downside of being light-forged is that my selfies are always overexposed. Thoralion was the only human I saw for 1,000 years. I assumed all of them were grizzled and scarred. Have you seen Prophet Velin's new dance? He calls it the Macarena.
I like it with the lights on. Not that I really have a choice. Has it gotten brighter in here? Because you just turned me on. Have you ever seen the bunks on the Vindicar? I can arrange a private tour. I bring the light, and also the heat. I'm a Draenei on the streets, but an Eredar in the sheets. I thought my tattoo said Light's Defender in Naru. I found out it actually says Glowing Goat. This world of yours is very strange. Talking bears who practice kung fu? On Argus, we call that a circus. After being aboard a ship for so long, it is nice to walk on solid ground again. All those hard surfaces were murder on my hooves. My life for Argus. My life for Argus. If one more of you natives calls me a walking chandelier, I swear I'll... Sorry if my tattoos look a little dim. I forgot to charge my battery last night. Face tentacles! We do not have face tentacles! If we did, that would mean Draenei are secretly emissaries of the Void, gaining your trust as we infiltrate your society so that we can bring about its end. And I'm certain you're not implying that, are you? The Vindicar is a fast ship. You could say it travels at light speed.
Is that an illusion in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? No illusions here. Everything you see is real. Very real. My Nightwell brings all the boys to the yard. Animate? Detonate? I suggest we skip straight to replicate. I'll show you my ley lines, if you show me yours. I've been trapped in a bubble with the same guys for 10,000 years. You could say I'm ready for a little variety.
Are you checking out my void form?
There's no area denial in this raid. An illusion? What are you implying? Roses are red. Our city is fair. Is that a disguise? Who goes there? Care for a glass of arc wine? I jumped on the berries myself. Tyrande still looks good after all these years. Know if she's seeing anyone? I met this Kaldori who told me my dress was the pinnacle of fashion 10,000 years ago. Ouch. Those night elves really know how to throw shade. Night elves. More like country elves. They live in trees, sleep in dens, sometimes even grow antlers. They're not cut out for life in a real city. You really must attend one of our parties in the Court of Stars. I've never met anyone more in need of a mask.
Your body must be a font of magic, because I'm irresistibly drawn to it. You must know magic too, because you just made everyone else in the room disappear. You found the archway to my heart. I want to tap that ley line. I think I've night-fallen for you. I've got a feeling we were night-born for each other. The stars have judged you and found you smoking hot. Were you picked from the Arkandor? Because you're the apple of my eye. To be honest, most of the time, something was quite right. Why does everyone keep asking me to say that? Fine. An illusion? What are you hiding? My name is Roy, and I'm a mana addict. It's what I do. I drink arc wine, and I know things. Back in my day, there was only one kind of elf. One! I don't know why they call it the Court of Stars. I hang out there all the time, and I never see anyone famous. Let's be honest, keeping a giant, angry dinosaur caged up in a zoo was bound to end badly.
So, wanna knock antlers? Are you staring at my rack? It's not the size of the antlers. It's the motion of the totem. Now. No antler stroking on the first date. You know, high-altitude living does wonders for one's stamina. Allow me to demonstrate. You don't need to be from the Skyhorn tribe to join the Mile High Club. What do you get when you feed cocoa to a high mountain tauren? Chocolate mousse. Why are the Rivermain always so calm? Because they've learned to go with the flow. It's cold in here. In the mood for some ice cream? Tauren make the best poets. Their verse is so moving. Ah, he said my eyes were milky. Talk about a mood killer. I'm not usually into Drogbar, but when I see them working out in that Brule gym, well, let's just say the deep places of the earth get a little steamy. I know Ethel. She's actually a very fast walker. She just thinks it's funny to mess with tourists. We are High Mountain. Unless you're leaving. Then we're Goodbye Mountain.
My totem thunders all night long. Beware the deep places of my heart. Get as rough as you like. I've got a thick hide. You must be an alchemist, because we've got great chemistry. Why settle for horns when you could have a rack like this? Why does that Draenei couple keep asking me where Rocky is? Let's play a game. We take a drink every time a harpy screeches about earth and stone. I may be a simple tauren from the mountains, but at least I don't dig through worm dung for loot. A buddy of mine convinced this epic geared adventurer to kick fish into the river. Oh wait, that wasn't you, was it? A tauren, a Yongol, and a Tonka walk into a bar. Oh, this isn't a joke. It's my family reunion. What smells worse than a Drogbar? 2 Drogbar. What smells worse than 2 Drogbar? Nobody knows, because the stench will kill you. Did you just try to hang your hat on my antlers? What do I look like, a coat rack? I'm forming a group of tauren demon hunters. We're called the Illidari.